I told you to make way. Can't understand human language? Came through and didn't even get a bite to eat. The rules of listening rain tower. Good poems, the bill goes on the house. See, one poem pays for one meal. Do you have any poems? The rules of Yuzhou City. Money is money. Poetry fame is also money. Which do you have? Does reciting a poem count? A good poem can buy you a meal. A famous poem can change your future. Too bad, you don't seem like someone with a future. Waiter, please. Young Master Liu has a new seat. Today's meal is noted as written casually in the restaurant. Even nameless people dare sit in the scholars' hall. Send them out. Don't disturb everyone's mood. Since you're not convinced. Compose a piece using the spring willows in front of the hall. If you do, I'll pay for your meal. If not, leave by yourself, it won't do you any good. Jade adorns a tall tree. Thousands of green silk strands hang down. Who shaped these delicate leaves? The spring breeze of February is like scissors. Did you write this? It was by chance. A complete poem gained by chance? Seamlessly integrated. You call it chance? Young Master Lin, my humble Lin, failed to recognize talent earlier. The noodles are coming right up. Slice another half a pound of pickled meat. Didn't you say I didn't look like someone with a future? Hey, old man. How can you tell? Once young Master Lin's poem came out. Today's meal is marked on the bill. I'll eat first. Young Master Lin, my house has a spring banquet tomorrow. The eldest young lady values poetic standards most. The second young lady loves novelty. This poem fits the theme of the spring banquet. If you have the guts, come to the shrine tomorrow and give it a try. Brother Lin tomorrow at Zhao Chang'e's. Young Master Zhao will be there too. Brother Zhao dislikes nameless people showing off. This invitation isn't light. I'm exaggerating, barely surviving. Where did you get this invitation, sir? He is the one from Listening Rain Tower. He doesn't look like someone who could write that poem. Just a poem gets you into the shrine. It's so easy to be a talent these days. The invitation is genuine. Guest invited by the elder miss. My eyes failed. That willow poem from yesterday. Shen Fu said you wrote it. Where did you see the willow? The willow outside Listening Rain Tower's window. The rain just stopped. I was so hungry I nearly passed out. That branch was still green. Spring hasn't forgotten everyone. Even when starving, you could still see spring's vitality. Doesn't sound thrown together at all. Prepare a seat for young Master Lin. Even a humble seat must be a guest seat. Don't neglect him. Sister, he is the one who wrote that poem. He doesn't look like a talented scholar. He looks like he was just fished out of the river. Second miss has a good eye. Yesterday, I almost got swept away by the rain. Interesting. Better than those guys who spit out sour poems at the slightest touch. This is Brother Lin. Yesterday's willow poem was unforgettable. Young Master Zhao overpraises me. Good is good. If Yuzhou Literary Gathering doesn't even appreciate good poems, that would be a joke. Brother Lin, who was your teacher? Family was poor. I read a few old books. Can't say I've mastered poetry. Any manuscripts circulated from before? No. Anyone heard that willow poem before yesterday? No teacher. No drafts, no witnesses. Yet the first poem you write is a masterpiece. Brother Lin's talent really makes people doubt. Why not use the fragment from Wangshen Tower as a lead? Maybe add a line. Or write a new piece. Isn't this the ascending stork tower? Brother Lin, if you truly have talent, let everyone see it once more. If you just happened upon a single line, no need to force yourself. Weren't you watching so intently? Brother Lin, your tea is cold. Shouldn't be hard to explain. If that willow poem was truly yours yesterday, no reason to fear the stage today. No one can finish the incomplete poem. Good chance for lost talent. Fine. Since Brother Lin is new here, better to first hear everyone's insights. Looking into thousands of layers of autumn, the autumn colors catch your eye. It's pure and distant. Only pity that troubles come first. Now, as if on this mountaintop, this line ends it. A gaze stretching for 1,000 miles. Fits the theme perfectly. Brother Lin, what do you think? You watched so seriously before. Were you just here for the show? Second miss wants the truth. Nonsense. The truth isn't very pleasing. Enough people here please the crowd. No need for you. Brother Lin hasn't written in a while. Is it because the others' lines aren't good enough? Or you also don't know where to start? The first two lines open up the world. White sun sets over mountains. The river flows into the sea, writing thousands of layers of autumn again. Feels like pushing the same door twice. The third line builds up, trying for a view of 1,000 miles. The heart is still striving outward, suddenly speaking of one person, one sorrow. The vast sky ahead gets pulled short. To seek 1,000-mile view. It's not about what's close. It's about moving up. The momentum from before. You pressed it down on the mountaintop. And the road ends. Brother Lin's insight is impressive. Yet I don't understand. If you see it so clearly, why won't you finish a nameless old line? Who leads this seat? I add one line today. If someone brings an old draft tomorrow, how should I prove myself? That makes sense. Announed fragments, claiming them rashly, easily causes trouble. Young Master Zhao and young Master Lin won't let it go. Announed fragments aren't necessarily inferior. Miss Shen is right. I was too hasty. The county poetry gathering is coming. Theme is public. Witnesses are present. Brother Lin, if you're interested, let Yuzhou scholars be impressed again. Zhao Chenggan, are you still not done? Brother Lin has talent. Should be seen on a grand stage. If you win against him at the poetry gathering, it won't be easy. But tracing his poems is less difficult. Then investigate. Wait. Since everyone is still discussing, why rush? The fragment existed months ago. Many people mentioned it. If they've read the old version, they're not fit for the task. Brother Lin can judge others' talent. Why not show what true completion looks like? Brother Zhao wants a poem. Or a confession. Brother Lin overthinks. Today's spring banquet. Only the writing matters. Announed fragments, forcing a signature. It loses the spirit of the literary gathering. If we're judging today, judge only the poem's meaning, not its authorship. Miss Shen is right. No need to sign, just judge the line. Everyone, listen up. If this line is completed, it only counts as me adding a line. Old ink on the wall. Whose hand wrote it? I won't compete and don't dare to. If someone tells the story tomorrow, remember this. I only supply the connection, not claim the old ink. Rise another story higher. So that's it. The third line wasn't the start. It starts from white sun sets over mountains. The yellow river flows into the sea. Trying for a view of 1,000 miles. Rise another story higher. This line really connects? Now it's worthy. Great line. Brother Lin thinks fast. I admire you, young Master Zhao. Young Master Lin completes it so seamlessly. Did you already have the whole poem prepared? Today I'll just add one line. I won't acknowledge a whole piece. If any of you remember, please do the same. The ownership of the old ink is still undecided. What you all see today is just the talent for adding lines, not the fame for the old ink. You clearly know how, but just now you deliberately kept silent. Are you trying to keep everyone in suspense on purpose? Second miss, you overestimate me. I just don't want any trouble. The more I deny, the more people talk. What do you think? He can't suppress him with just talent. Then don't try to suppress Shikin. Investigate the original Willow poem manuscript. Check who was the first to copy it from the Silkworm Master. Find out their activities before and after entering the city. Investigate. Yes. Young Master Lin's poetry is quite popular these days. There's some gossip going around outside. If you have a clear heart, why not compose another poem on the spot? To shut all the rumors up? Adding one line doesn't mean you have a whole piece. The origin of the Willow poem is suspicious. Refusing to acknowledge the entire piece means you're feeling guilty. That's right. You all accuse me of plagiarizing poetry. At least say clearly whose work I supposedly stole. It's all just suspicion from everyone. Which day? Young Master Lin, why be so aggressive? Which place? Which person? Which manuscript? If it's just based on one line, it's as if everyone in Yunzhou City is a poetry judge. I'll compose a poem today, and you'll talk again tomorrow. If the source is unclear, do I have to compose a second poem? Scholars learn from each other. No need to speak so harshly. For learning, you need a topic. For accusations, you need evidence. If you have neither, then this isn't a literary gathering, it's a marketplace. If you truly care for the literary world, maybe worry first about who's using the literary world as a weapon. I heard that Willow poem was copied from another place. Yes, I've heard the same. A poetry thief is guilty of plagiarism, too afraid to claim a great poem they've stolen. So righteous it doesn't even sound like gossip. Young Master Lin losing property is one thing. Going blind is something else. For example, if I don't try to claim the old ink, people will say I don't dare admit it. Since you already know, you should all the more be careful. The name card present at the scene in Wangchun Pavilion when the body was found. The Shen family's account books have been sealed. Thank you, Miss Shen. If you go to the county poetry gathering, be sure to write your poem on the spot. Leave a record, leave proof. If someone offers you brush, ink, paper, or inkstone, don't use them if you can avoid it. Young Master Lin's poetry is excellent, but keeping one's reputation is a different matter. Why are you walking so fast? What you're holding isn't meant for you. I'm just worried you'll catch a cold. No one at the county poetry gathering is looking out for me. Are you hoping I'll give myself away? Or hoping I won't? Don't lose too quickly. I'll try to hold out for a few more rounds. Who's joking with you? Zhao Chanyan is not someone who accepts defeat. And that Secretary Qian, his eyes are like an abacus. Abacus beads are nothing good. If the topic is fair, go for it. The poorer you get, the more particular you become. People in the prefectural city love lengthy riddles best. If you can't answer now, it'll be quite embarrassing. Just this willow in the courtyard. Don't use your willow poem. Rain washes the stone steps clean to the bone. Wind brushes the slanted willow, fluttering like clothes. Barely passable. If you can get past second miss, I'll be much relieved. Who said you passed? People in the prefectural city won't be as lenient as I am. The host has arrived. He's at the main hall. The person delivering the invitation has left. Heard about Yunzhou's new talent, Lin Yunzhou, whose recent poetry surpasses Minister Zhu, hoping to appreciate your new work together at the banquet. See for ourselves how lonely he is. Though young Master Lin's reputation is high, rumors haven't died down. If the Shen family takes him to the prefectural city, and something happens at the banquet, the Shen family will be involved. The scholars in the prefectural city aren't like those at the Shen family. What Shaohui asked about might be more than just the matter at hand. Zhao Chenggan won't wait until he reaches the prefectural city to make a move. Since the invitation has arrived, the word must have spread already. They're already waiting at the door. If the Shen family gets scared now, wouldn't that prove the rumors true? Mingzhu, don't act on impulse. If I don't go, people will say I'm guilty. The Zhao family is making up stories in the dark. And if it goes on, the fake stories will start to look true. Well-known scholars in the prefectural city will ask about the origins. Maybe the Zhao family has prepared something in advance. But the banquet has higher standards for witnesses, forcing any hidden doubts into the open. They want me to show weakness in front of everyone. If I avoid it, I just make it easier for them. Since we all want proof. Let's do it at the biggest venue. Attending is fine, but you can't neglect the witness for any paper, pen, or draft. If you still embarrass yourself at the prefectural city, I won't speak up for you. But if anyone dares to slander you, I won't let them off either. Since the prefectural city wants to see me fall on my face, I'll let them watch. Minister Zhu of Fucheng has seen plenty of talented people. If Lin Yunzhou really attends, let's see what gives him the right to hold his ground. Whether he's brave isn't up to him. But if he comes up with another great poem, then they'll ask where he wrote it first, who saw it first, and which draft proves it. A person can arrive late, but rumors get to the prefectural city first. Don't let anything go wrong on the road. No rush to open the box. Those scholars in the prefectural city love making their own guesses the most. That half poem from Wangchun Pavilion. Heard the complete version has circulated outside for a while. A poor youth suddenly receives a perfect quatrain, yet no clear master can be traced. A little too much of a coincidence. All the witnesses and fingerprints from Wangchun Pavilion that day are right here. What follows in the carriage isn't a person. Until it's time to reveal it, no one is allowed to touch it. Going to the prefectural city for the banquet is not a spring outing. Their scholarly rules are strict in the prefectural city. If someone hands you writing tools, don't take them. If someone asks you to sit, don't grab anything in a hurry. When you write, it must be witnessed by the official and the recorder at the same time. Don't throw away any drafts. Don't let waste paper leave your hand. Check the paper before writing. Seal the result after writing. Sounds pretty legit. But if it really comes to the banquet, everyone's watching you. Don't get shaky. Afraid? Sure. But I'm more worried their preparations aren't thorough enough, and it'll just be a wasted trip. Don't push yourself too hard. Yanzhou, the city with no corpses, yet it became famous overnight. I heard the remains have long been identified by high officials. It's just that no one in the county dares to talk about it, precisely because they've never seen it. It's easy to believe the stories. Winning arguments on the street is useless. What matters is if someone at the table takes note. Why isn't he acting as wild as before today? Those who know how to use others don't need to take action themselves. Young Master Lin, if you have any old works today, you can register them first. Attending the feast today only brings people, not old works. That's quite cautious. Brother Lin, you came at the right time today. All the city scholars have been waiting for you. Anyone who puts ink to paper must register their name, surname, and place of origin. For finished poems, they must be written by the author. With witnesses at Tongwan, the copies are entered. The Lu family will seal them for storage. Lin Yanzhou, a new talent from Yanzhou, now that everyone is present. We can witness the loneliness firsthand today. Since everyone wants to watch slowly. The register. Lineage. No official mentorship. No teacher or lineage. Source of old works. No old works. No teacher and no old works. Yet when he makes a move, he immediately completes the broken lines from Wangchun Tower. Is there such an easy way to gain fame in this world? Today I will write before everyone, without bringing old drafts, using my own pen case, seals unbroken. They can be examined openly. After writing, the original manuscript will be sealed away. Verified copies have been entered. Since all the inkstones are gathered, the topic should also be ready. Today's literary feast is held at the famous riverside garden. Why not use ascending the pavilion overlooking the water as the topic? 5-character repeated lines. Compile into a full piece. Brother Lin, since you can complete broken lines, this small test about ascending a tower or gazing at water shouldn't be hard, right? The topics can be chosen, and the rules can be set. But before the event is over, let's first discuss the matter of stealing wine, losing the dignity of the literary gathering. So today, let's have Brother Lin speak through poetry. The bright sun sets behind the mountains. The yellow river flows into the sea. What he wrote isn't about the waterside pavilion. It's about looking out over the world from above. To see 1,000 miles afar, one must climb up another floor. In 4 lines, the energy rises layer by layer. What a great line. Climb one more floor. Beautiful poem. Such grandeur. How could it be trapped by something as small as a scene with water fairies? Young Master Zhao just said 4 lines were easy. It sure is, isn't it? But for a good poem, you have to ask about its origin. If there are no witnesses, I wouldn't dare ruin the elegance of the gathering either. Before coming to the feast today, a beeswax wood box was received in the back room. There might be old drafts in the box, which are related to Brother Lin's poem. I, Kian He, helped the Zhao family sort out old scrolls. This box was delivered to the back room before the banquet, sealed and stored by literary meeting steward. I don't dare to make any rash conclusion. I just ask all gentlemen to inspect it. Where did it come from? An old collection of drafts from Listening Rain Tower, later transcribed by the old library. The broken leaves were already involved with 2 witnesses before entering the Zhao family. The Forgetting River Tower is not afraid of trouble. We dare not hide anything. But this box was stored before young Master Lin began writing. The wax seal is intact. The first 2 lines are exactly the same. Young Master Lin, you wrote so smoothly earlier. Turns out it wasn't because you had it all planned out. The last 2 lines are indeed brilliant. But if the first 2 weren't yours, no matter how well you finish, it can't count as a whole poem. Just a scrap of paper. Who knows where it came from? I can't call it solid proof. Ink marks and folds. Witnesses and transcripts can serve as evidence. Let the literary meeting verify everything thoroughly. Since there's an old draft, this person shouldn't sit at the table anymore. You must acknowledge true skill. If there's doubt about the source, it also needs to be checked. Old Master Jiyu is fair and just. If we convict on the spot, that's too hasty. If we only praise his talent, the crowd won't accept it. If Lin Yanzhou can't pass 3 tests, he'll be expelled from the literary gathering today. The supplement from Wangri Tower should be set beside the new work as a double standard. If he passes today, his new work will be sealed and stamped by the literary meeting. The old broken draft must also be disclosed. Original paper and ink seals must be checked. All witness transcripts are required. None can be missing. I mean, no offense. I'll take the 3 challenges. Crazy. This topic comes from the current scene. Surely you won't say it's already in the old drafts again, right? First topic, capture the sense of loneliness before your eyes. No procrastination allowed. Value. A red flute enters the water as a lone sail. A lone boat passes by lamp through the painted railing. The noisy crowd can't make me stay. Alone in the midstream, my reflection is as cold as a man. This is not their work? As soon as the red flute enters, the sound can't be kept. It's not about the place, it's about the person. Didn't you say on the spot topics are the fairest? Why is no one speaking up now? Let the first topic pass, drifting with the wind past dying lotuses. Old Master Jiyu, I have a word to say. Earlier, the old ink in the box wasn't used up.
Taking some from the box again.
There are a few lines left, reflecting in the water. Should we not verify everything in public like Hu Yi? If there's no similarity, that will prove innocence. Let the truth come out. Passing under withered lotuses, the lantern reflected in the water makes everything visible. One similar answer could be luck. But if 2 are the same, it's not just luck anymore, is it? If the old draft isn't verified, it must be listed as suspicious, but not concluded as a crime. If each time a question is set, before, the advisor can just pull out a matching old page from the box. Maybe the one cheating isn't young Master Lin, but the old draft itself. He can do it, if you say he memorized it. If he can't do it, you call him a fraud. Today isn't just about testing talent. Let's try the 3rd question a different way. No 3rd topic without revealing it. The scene should not just copy old works. No using old drafts for this performance. Since we can't use old drafts, please announce all the performances already seen in the gathering. Announce them to everyone, so that after I finish, no one finds another old page. Read them out one by one. Climbing the court, cold river, a bright moon. The moon's reflection is beautiful. The evening waves stop. If more are added afterwards, they can't count for today's 3rd topic. From Danger Terrace, all you see is empty skies. 1,000 miles of mountains and rivers embrace me. Don't say heavy clouds can block the sun. Standing atop the peak, one can rise again and again. Don't say heavy clouds can block the sun. Standing atop the peak, one remains at ease. Now try digging up old drafts again. Collect the red stamp meal draft. Publicly inspect the original paper, ink, creases, and seal. Copy for witnessing. Not a single item can be omitted. Elder Jiyu in the Grand Tutor's residence has a letter. Literary banquet in the city mansion. can quiet the uproar for a while, but can't stop blindness across the realm. Bring today's new red stamp draft to the Grand Tutors gathering in 3 days. Where the old, damaged draft first circulated may not be from the Zhao family. One place among them, the vermilion's quality and the paper's serial number, seems more like old items from the shrine treasury. Impossible. If it really came from the inner treasury, this would be a big issue. The vermilion is darker, the wax layer is aged. The stamp you use now has intact corners. The grain doesn't match. 3 winters ago, the priest discarded an inner treasury stamp. The old stamp was missing its lower right corner. The missing draft matches. But legitimate inner treasury stamps don't use discarded stamps. Someone wants it to look like a priest's artifact. This batch of paper entered storage 2 years ago. But the beeswax looks like it came from the stamp discarded 3 years ago. Wax from before collection. Paper and wax years don't match. Retrieve the discarded stamp handover ledger. Material inventory ledger. Each court led their signature. People from 2nd Mrs. Court once led a batch of scrap materials from the study. If my people take some paper and wax, it's criminal too. Alone, it's not criminal. But if someone puts the discarded stamp, old poems, and used wax together, you can investigate Chun Dao's room. Master Qian is not forging a fake document. He's piecing together fake documents to create a path. Young Master Lin, this matter involves the inner residence. If I avoid it, I'll be admitting the stamp is linked to him. Chun Dao was still here after her late meal. Sighed, she went to fetch hot water just now, then didn't return. Rumors in the outer estate need to be suppressed. Inner estate needs to watch those who can access old study items. Not a single one can slip through. Wait until all evidence is collected. By then they will have called him a thief outside. Miss Qingyuan oversees the ledger. Miss Mingju suppresses rumors. Watch those who can access old items. Don't mix the two matters. You're arranging things clearly. If more than 2 days pass without clarity, it'll be too late. All estate gates are locked. Whoever leaves the mansion tonight, come see me first. Chun Dao, who put things in your room. 2nd Miss instructed the maid to hide them. Repeat that again. Late autumn 2 years ago. Miss told the maid to get scrap paper and wax. That discarded stamp with the missing corner. Miss also told the maid to hide it in the sewing tower's gap. The maid intended to escape, but guilt weighed down. This is the confession the maid wrote early on. Both witness and evidence are at the Shen family. How long are you going to keep protecting them? You say it was written early. But the ink isn't dry yet. No ink seeped into old paper creases. It wasn't written early. It was written tonight. Look at this place again. If the old stamp had been pressed in the gap for years, dust would show pressure marks. But the outer oil paper has light dust. All 4 corners are clean. Looks like it was just stuffed in. Beeswax residue. Doesn't match either. True long-stored residue would settle in the fold and corners. Now it's all floating on top. You say you never opened the oil paper. Where did all these details come from? Don't understand ink, yet caught by ink traces. Don't understand stamps, yet caught by the discarded stamp. Chun Dao, who taught you to recite this. Just a maid. It's natural to worry about the master's judgment. It's the witnesses who are confused. Young Master Zhao is not confused at all. TC. Young Master Lin just asked. And she died immediately. Poison acted too fast. If she sought death in the moment, she would still be able to be supplied poison. But it was already in her before she returned to the palace. A murder case shouldn't be privately judged by the priest. If young Master Lin is innocent,
He should go and clarify in court.
Chun Dao just died, and you come to arrange an escape route for the priest. Where is Lin Yanzhou? Someone accuses Lin Yanzhou of driving the witness to death. A murder case needs to be brought back to the county office for questioning. If you refuse, it's the county office not allowing public inspection. If he's wrong today, I'll be the first to deny it. This priest's verdict. Chun Dao just died. When did you write your petition? County office conclusion. It's not your place to ask about detaining. A stick of incense to publicly inspect the corpse. Check for poison. Check footprints at the back window. If evidence still points at me, I'll lock myself up. Young Master Lin is stalling for time.
If young Master Zhao fears delay,
Why not light the incense for me? No one leaves until it's burnt out. Good, a stick of incense. If you play tricks, the county's lock won't wait anymore. Yes, yes. Find an old woman. Part her hair bun. Everyone, take a good look. I won't touch her. Blood spots have coagulated. Not wounds from a recent fall. If I really drove her to suicide. Where did the poison come from? Where did the pinhole and hairpin come from? Not him. Many people came and went at night. May not be related. Footprints at the scene of the murder. You say may not be related. Then, please write it in the case file. County office saw footprints but did not record. Priest is willing to be a witness. This mark here can't be erased. Well, since you say it's poisoning, then search for poison. Lin Yanzhou's book bag, pen box, and sleeves must not be missed. The book bag was always on the side dock earlier. So many people passed through. Now, whose is being searched? Ah, your search is very precise. 3 books, 2 old scrolls, 1 pen box. You don't touch anything. Just take the compartment. The wax is yellowish. It's not young Master Lin's usual pine soot wax with braided cord. And his books usually have double knots. This is the joint. Argar wood incense. Rouleau arrowtail orchid. Ordinary sachets aren't matched like this. Zhao Chengan, your sachet has this exact scent. Young Master Zhao holds a different status. Needs separate approval. So murder cases also depend on status. Grand Tutor's gathering is moved earlier. Body temporarily sealed. Priest's confession, old stamp, wax, and poison box all sealed together. Lin Yanzhou stands in for the case at the gathering. Attend the hearing at the Grand Tutor's mansion before the meeting. Stand in for the case at the meeting. Isn't young Master Lin trying to prove himself? In front of the Grand Tutor's mansion. All city scholars can be witnesses. They're trying a murder case. What they want is not a court trial. They want the whole city to watch me die. Today's gathering is moved earlier. No poetry first. Discuss the case first. A person who can't even clarify a murder. The higher the poetic talent, the more it seems to explain the matter. Lin Yanzhou, explain Chundao's death first. Then discuss poetic talent. Since you're the listener, you need evidence first. If it's just rumors, better to sentence outside the mansion gates. You dare discuss rules with the Grand Tutor's mansion. Precisely because it's the Grand Tutor's mansion. Rules can't be lighter than the county. Evidence must be announced publicly. Second verification seal. Witnesses Luo Mingfeng and Tiana they complete. Record clearly who receives it. Not teaching the Grand Tutor how to act. To prevent anyone saying the Grand Tutor's mansion only heard half a case later. Open the box. Snow piling up on a lonely boat doesn't hide its traces. Injustice enters the study alongside the Cold War. I dare not break the shadow of the knife after finishing the poem. Only the falling wax is able to illuminate the dim candlelight. The scent of a chivalrous man is unusual, not something a guest can have. Who sealed their heart, asking about the beautiful soul? If the hall listens, it feels as dark as the mortal world. Don't treat the snare as heavenly kindness. It's better to use silk cord for sealing wax. The connection is too familiar. The one who set up this arrangement understands the culture of the study and also knows official procedures. Someone is forcing the Taifu's residents to convict me for him. Please also record these words in the hearing. The Taifu's order arrived at Lin Yanzhou.
he has a reputation as a poet.
So he must compose a new, unheard poem on the spot. Old drafts can't be used. Incomplete lines can't be used. Lines circulated in rumors can't be used. To counter accusations, Zhao Cheng'an will first set the rhyme and format. Young Master Lin, you'd better think carefully before speaking this time. The first rhyme is for a hidden poem. The death of Chun Dao. The same chivalrous heart, wax seasons, and connections in a foreign land. Old drafts and lingering clouds. At least 3 must be included. And you cannot directly cry injustice. Zhao Cheng'an, your rhyme. Is it for clarity? Or are you afraid he's too clear? I'm just asking for clarity for everyone in the hall. This topic is no longer just about poetry. It's about the body Zhao young master. You're not choosing rhyme, you're choosing fate. Young Master Lin's incense is nearly spent. Zhao young master is picking the rhyme. And everyone else is adding locks. Too bad. If a poem has a backbone, no lock can hold it. A needle mark pierces straight through a spring shirt. Lingering fragrance beneath the clouds drifts into old chills. Wax heart purposely shows this year's hue. Who has time to tie the ceiling knots whose hands are idle, wanting to lock up clarity with fragmented texts? The seat follows the clever tongue's shovel. If you ask where the snow falls on the lonely boat, a cold lamp shines on darkness, melting gold by itself. Read it again and bring paper. This poem not only rhymes, it ties the case files to the bones. I, the old man, want to copy it. Zhao young master, you've chosen a good rhyme. It even made for a great poem for him. It is a good poem. But a good poem isn't necessarily his. Master Qian is requesting to see you outside the hall. He claims to have an old draft and new proof. He actually dares to come. My ancestor was once a scholar and Confucian mentor. Young Master Lin, the poem you just recited, already appeared in my ancestor's old drafts. A spontaneous poem can still overlap with an old draft. Young Master Lin, your poetic talent is truly uncanny. Since you acknowledge the family's old drafts, no need to read the booklet. You can even recite the third line. Wax heart purposely shows this year's hue. Wax heart. There are annotations next to the old draft. Original was wax, then changed to wax. I wrote to wax meaning beeswax, and wax meaning the month of December. Where does this year's hue come from? Unless someone beyond reason doesn't understand the case, and only changed words based on sound. Even more coincidentally, you didn't read the booklet, but you knew the red mark was on the third line. By the second edition, from Tang till now, you bowed with a manuscript in hand, with the opening facing out, without even flipping half a page. Everyone in the hall watched him. They said nothing would happen. They said Lin Yangzhou would surely die. Plaintiff raved in Zhao's study. This person is sly and speaks nonsense. He's not qualified to tarnish my name. Since Zhao's evidence can't be used, then open Zhao's study. We'll know upon inspection. If you insist on getting evidence from Zhao Mansion tomorrow, and find nothing, then slander of a soldier will be confirmed. Plagiarism and cheating the people, and disturbing the poetry gathering 3 charges. Yangzhou, be cautious. This step may be exactly what they want you to take. I'll vouch for him. Miss Shen's guarantee is not enough to offset 3 crimes. Young Master Lin, Zhao Mansion's study is not insignificant. If you dare to enter, you have to plan how to get out. Zhao young master, are you willing to open the study tomorrow? As long as Taifu's residence witnesses it, nothing in Zhao Mansion is off limits. Tomorrow, he could even replace every floor tile. I'm now taking people to block Zhao Mansion's back door. Zhao Cheng'an agreed too quickly. What you see tomorrow may not be the real study, so we can't wait till tomorrow. Then what should we do? What I want to see is not what Zhao Mansion hides, but what they're moving tonight. The one most anxious is the one who acts. Whoever acts leaves evidence. Will you seize them? No. If we do, they'll claim it's for preventing dampness. He's not taking the original draft. He's taking the hand that turns a new draft into an old one. Angel has already opened it. Tomorrow, Zhao Mansion will open its doors. You don't dare to wait. You insist on climbing the wall tonight. Afraid nothing will be found in tomorrow's search. Who will let him search freely, since it said he stole the draft? Then examine the draft on the spot. The surface is yellow with folded white creases. It's smoked outside. The inside hasn't absorbed color. The ink still floats. The red seal is stamped over the ink, the library seal. If it's truly from many years ago, the ink should be under the seal. Wormholes pierce the edges of the paper. But don't cross the inkworms eat paper, and even avoid the characters. Miss Shen and Master Qian hurried to the dock by the rear river. He burned the account books. Go after him. That's enough. This is enough to incriminate the Zhao family. You recognize that. Brother Lin, impressive tactics. Sneaking into Zhao Mansion at night, but failed to steal the draft. And ended up burning an account page. Lin Yanzhou trying to escape. Can even forge a torn leaf. Why should the Shen family be dragged into this mess? If Zhao Young Master insists on the trial, I admit to exploring Zhao Mansion at night. But why did Master Qian take the account books from Zhao Mansion? Burn them late at night at the dock by the rear river? Gathering evidence, Daifu's residence sent witnesses. Guards, boatmen, and officers from the mansion and yamen are all present. The seal wasn't broken. The tape along the paper's edge matches the ashes left in the brazier. Inside the glue layer there's thick wet clay and reed ash. If I had planned to fake it in advance, why would I snatch it from the fire? And why invite Inspector Zhou boatmen and officers to burn the ashes together? You sneaked into Zhao Mansion at night, clearly with ulterior motives. That's another matter. Now the question is, why did Master Qian take the account books at midnight? Why did the wrong Li Mansion burn them in public? Master Qian recorded the date on the left. Materials in the center. The amount of silver listed separately. Same as Zhao Mansion's single purchase order. There are old binding holes here, not makeshift single leaves. Ink penetrates the paper. It's not fresh blood from tonight. March 7th. The yellow horse paper corresponds to the old draft. The surface is smoked old. March 11th. Cinnabar ink paste. Corresponds to the red seal pressed with ink. March 15th. Cold shoal white paper. Her appearance and young Master Zhao's sachet of spring peach share a similar glow. The lingering fragrance comes from the same source. March 17th. Beeswax corresponds to the beeswax crumbs in Zhao Manor's secret compartment. Young Master Zhao said, I'm forging a damaged page tonight. So may I ask how I could forge March's purchase records tonight? And how could I know in advance about the beeswax crumbs in Zhao Manor's secret compartment? How could I know ahead of time about Zhao Manor's ink paste spices? They share the same box and origin as the spring peach case. Doesn't young Master Zhao always want people to testify most? But when it comes to Treasurer Qian, people just run away? There are serious doubts of destroying evidence in Zhao Manor. Lin Yanzhou and the two Shen sisters can't be convicted as accomplices for now. Brother Lin won half a round. This seal. It's not a city merchant's seal. Nor is it a private Zhao family seal. Some gatehouse outer treasury in the capital can't buy famous accounts. This can't be discussed further in court. Can't say it, or don't dare to say it? Brother Lin, just now you won half a round. But if you keep investigating, you're no longer investigating the Zhao family. You're admitting there's someone behind the Zhao family. Can the Shen family handle that? You all step back. Step back immediately. I will not step back. In the capital, urgent postings name Lin Yanzhou, Young Master Lin. Material selection, ink drafts, damaged pages stop here. The Shen Spring Palace Poetry Collection is temporarily delayed for printing. The reputation of the Shen family ladies must be treasured. If you attend the banquet, there might still be a way out. But it's dangerous. The capital gave you Lin's damaged leaf as a path. If you keep investigating, it won't be the Zhao family's accounts anymore. Do you really want the Shen family to gamble against the capital's elites with you? If Brother Lin truly wants the best for the Shen family, he should admit it. The master originally left behind something. Withdraw from the literary gathering? If you go to the capital, Shen family still has a chance. If you insist on investigating the Spring Palace Poetry Collection's delayed entry to the capital, that's just the first step. Using Shen family ladies, clearly forcing them to cease, is also called cherishing talent. Young Master Zhao's mouth really should be enshrined in Zhao Manor's ancestral hall. He could turn black into white for his ancestors. Since you're heading to the capital, leave a document explaining what the master originally left for investigation. Temporarily withdraw from the gathering to fetch a pen. Do you actually want to write Zhuge urges man toward the imperial capital? A streak of twilight shines in the night. Long street, maybe there will still be wind and rain. A small pen never consoled a name. Don't say noble gates can lock bones. See how the clear moon never drips salt. How could one bow and scrape to serve the powerful, making me lose my smiles? Brother, your paperwork isn't poetry. Acknowledging guilt is possible, but compliance is not. These lines shouldn't remain in court. Since the Shen family ladies are involved in mismanagement, and also in the night visit to Zhao Manor, to preserve honor, one Shen daughter must be kept in the Grand Manor's separate courtyard. As etiquette guarantee. Sounds pleasant. But isn't it just keeping someone as a hostage? Affection. If only one person is left, can it exchange for Shen family's safety? I'll stay. Sister. He needs to go to the capital and take the damaged leaf. If the Shen family gets caught from behind, he won't even reach the capital. The road ends. Are you protecting him or letting them win? I disagree. This order is not for you to negotiate. I'm going to the capital not to exchange Shen family ladies for a path. If the capital demands a guarantee my poetry fame, whereabouts, and manuscripts. Do not use a woman's reputation as collateral. This is etiquette and law. My poetry fame, whereabouts, and manuscripts can all be used as collateral. But I refuse to use a woman's reputation as collateral. The Grand Tutor's literary gathering as witness. Ministers of culture as witness. Guarantee with poetic deeds, not with women as collateral. Lin Yanzhou, where do your poems actually come from? Grand Tutor, please discern. If the origin is unclear, calling it corpse work as treasure is just a joke. Just a laugh. First question, ask the heart of the corpse. There's sadness and anger in your corpse. And yet you won't bow. Where does the sadness come from? Where does the anger come from? You wrote won't bow and scrape. Did you read the classics? Or have you actually ever bowed? Did you bow but not let anyone see? Second question, ask the origin. Before this, you hadn't entered the city. For the Chaoyuan gathering? For serving at the pupil's gate? There are still 2 lines of broken poetry. If you can continue, I'll ask you again. Where do you come from? After the guests, the lamp nears its end. The wild geese over the cold river do not return. If you don't continue, it's guilty conscience. If you do, it's more suspicious. The Grand Tutor's question is truly ruthless. No one walks the road of civilization in vain. You meet friends in your dreams, but after waking in darkness, there is nowhere to return. This line wasn't out of my sleeve. How did you dream it? If I say the line came to me in a dream, would Grand Tutor believe it? Whether the first believe it or not is unimportant. Whether Jinirong believes it is life or death, the act remains unfinished. He can still greet the dawn and gentle breezes. That's not talent. That's close support. Young Master Zhao, I ask hourly wages, not forest management. No classics allowed. Don't borrow from the ancients. Don't write about rivers and mountains. Just write about yourself. Write about a rootless person. If you can't write it, then don't mention the stone lion as treasure.
If I finish,
will Grand Tutor believe me? No, just judging your eligibility to be chosen. Origin cannot be questioned. Waking is already another land. Half a life with no old tune. One dream to autumn frost. People argue for poetic lines, but who asks about lonely cold? If my poetic fame is pressed to my chest first, suspicion remains suspicion. But talent is true talent. A hollow person can't write such solitary poetry. His poetic fame? Today I ask 3 times before the crowd. All documents are authentic. Empty fame can't bear the weight, but true talent can. If he escaped and destroyed it, it's for all scholars in the world. What we saw today. The person doesn't have to be pressed, but the classics must be restored. Do you think I'm giving you a hard time today? Isn't it? I want to see if you're qualified to enter the capital alive. The capital doesn't need just a talented scholar. It needs to borrow your poetic fame, to put on a show for scholars nationwide. Forgive me, I won't go. Shen family ladies are not collateral today. Tomorrow there'll just be another method used to press them. Damaged leaf can speak. Even the blind can kill. Let them wait for me in the capital. Document celebrating the play scene. The stamps of the capital's talent selection banquet lineage. First, they elevate you, help you build fame, and pave your way. When scholars nationwide watch you, they ask you about your original manuscripts. Use old case suspicions to lock you down. Press you by the quota of recommendations. Finally, give you a guest official's identity. By then, you are a scholar, or just a pen in their cases. Remember, the real danger in the capital isn't killing you. It's trapping you with your real name. Grand Tutor spoke up today. I know. The carriage broke down and the road was slippery. The axle dragon was acting up. Which of these was intended to kill someone? It's best to let everyone know. It was Lin Yanzhou who forcibly took the Shen family women to the capital. That's what led to the Shen family's misfortune. I want him to carry the Shen family's blood on his back to the capital. Li Yanzhou departed with the iron convoy at the hour of Chun. Draft fragments, porcelain pot, and Tai Sujian are all to be delivered together. Any objections? I'll go. But Shen Qingqi and Shen Mingzhu must come with me to see for themselves. Nonsense. Women should not be in public. How can ladies expose themselves in public? Last night, when they tried to detain our people, they weren't considered women anymore. Today I want their innocence proven. As witnesses, they become women again. If you're afraid of collusion, then it should be even more public. Let them come to the scene as witnesses. Witnesses, evidence, roster, sachet. All under your nose. Well played, young Master Lian. Letting the Shen family women accompany you. Others will only say you're using them as protection. Didn't young Master Zhao insist on rules last night? Why arrange witnesses today, then? It's true that travelers were checked the night before coming to the capital. But making the women's testimony public as witnesses is in accordance with regulations. Shen Qingguan and Shen Mingzhu must travel with us and not leave without permission. They must not meet with officials privately. They must not disturb the city. You can observe the wind, but people will change. Don't just look at the incense. This driver isn't from the Shen family. Changed this afternoon. Old Liu drove with his left shoulder lower. This man's right hand has a callus between the thumb and index finger, like someone who holds a knife a lot. Left the city at the hour of Chun, took the bluestone slope. When rounding the shop bend, the carriage jolted. The axle snapped, the wheel came off, and the carriage overturned. I'll go arrest him right now. If you catch the wrong person, the real ones waiting on the road will scatter. Send the carriage out as usual. Are you crazy? People shouldn't sit as usual. And the incense shouldn't be placed as usual. Tomorrow at the same hour the carriage will break. Let the first coach go empty. You all ride in the back carriage and change into guard uniforms. What about the bluestone slope? Find someone from the Shen family who knows the mountain roads. Hide below the slope and at the bend. Whoever is waiting to watch the carriage overturn will reveal themselves first. I'll arrange the list of old Shen household staff. Do not let them be interrupted. I'll keep an eye on the fake driver. Let him think no one has noticed. All right. Where are the people? The wind girl is still here. Weight doesn't match the women. Where are they? Master said not one can be missing. Wu En ordered that carriage. The axle from last night. Shut up. Are you looking for me or for this? You're waiting to fall off the cliff. I'm waiting for you to speak up. Oh. Testimony, quickly. The postmaster can't be delayed too long. Who sent you? Mountain bandits after money. Would mountain bandits know? Zhen Wu Shen Fengyi would know. Which carriage the Shen family women were in? Zhao Residence's usual whip technique. The street password. Bluestone Lions and the reply token. West Courtyard lights out. Old carriage went first. Zhao Residence West Courtyard. Young Master Lin, what are you doing? Attacked by bandits on the road. And instead of reporting it to the authorities, you disturbed the postmaster. Zhao Residence uses incense often. So relying on just a sachet, that's ridiculous. Passwords, axles, sachets, all clear individually, but confusing together. Master Qian handles affairs outside. If someone is using Zhao Residence's name for evil, I'll investigate as well. Check your own face first. It's paler than tribute paper. How did the axle break? How should I know? You don't know. Of course you don't. The axle simply had a loose iron hoop. How can you say Zhao family did it? I never said the iron hoop was loose. That statement was cleaner than assassin's confession. Master Qian can identify a hired killer, a swapped axle, and a hidden sachet. But he can't tell. How you know the details of the axle? Zhao Chenyan will return to the city with us. Killers, witnesses, evidence all there. Young master. The former steward left a written confession. He admitted privately hiring someone to settle affairs. The previous steward was the manager at my residence. He secretly harmed others. I was deceived too. Reacted too quickly. Like he'd prepared an escape in advance. Zhao Chengyan is already registered for the Capital Talent Selection Banquet. Ranking of the accompanying scholars. He can be brought to the capital for investigation, but not arrested along the way. What if he kills someone midway? Then let young Master Lin protect the evidence. And himself as well. Just going to let him go? You just touched his sleeve. What did you plant? The fake ledger and real evidence from last night can't just be handed over like that. That scare last night isn't enough for a conviction? If he feels threatened, tonight he'll go see whoever can protect him. My lord, Lin Yanzhou seems to be carrying a ledger. What's important is, his real identity must not fall into someone else's hands. Tomorrow, before the capital, the banquet negotiation, he'll write a Kingping ode. The better he writes, the more the world believes. The Marquis residence lives up to Kingping. That Lin Yanzhou refuses to bow his head. That's why he needs to know. The pen is in his hand, but the paper doesn't necessarily follow his will. You fear the ledgers. What I fear is not the ledgers. What does the Marquis fear? He fears a pen that refuses to be sheathed. Is the wind heavy outside the window? Lin Yanzhou, you really dared to follow me here. Young Master Zhao left in too much of a hurry. I was afraid I'd miss the show. Capital Railway Side Court. Trespassers will be dealt with according to the entry roster. Search him. Zhao Chenggan, do you only kneel before your master, then bully others? Why are you here? In the day you shoved the fake ledger into his sleeve, so I followed. You're not blind. I don't want to, either. Don't move, don't move. Let her go. What you want is the ledger, not the Shen family. Now I want both. A scholar from a poor family, written a few poems, and thinks he can shine before the capital. Young Master Zhao knows how to judge. I've long since already given the topic to the right person. The talent selection banquet was never meant to let people like you turn your lives around. This time, I'll make sure he knows how formidable I am. Chengyan, that's enough. He's probing your words. Marquis, I shall step back. Let them go. The Grand Tutor's disciples were told before leaving. If someone makes things difficult, they may use this token. Miss Shen arrived quickly enough. Ladies guaranteed by the Grand Tutor. If their reputation is lost in the previous courtyard, tomorrow's talent selection banquet. The first joke won't be about Lin Yanzhou. Miss Shen understands the rules. A little. So she knows the Marquis residents can't use the rules as a blade and chop whoever they want. The protocol is not a knife, it's a gate. If the gate doesn't open, the convoy will always be outside. The Shen family convoy enters the capital. Need the roster, need recording, need escort. Need to inspect passes. Any mistake can stop everything. 1 day stopped is verification. 3 days is re-examination. 10 times. It's just caution. Tomorrow, at the courier station before the capital, you will compose the Kingping ode. The better you write, the more the world believes the Marquis, and his residence lives up to Kingping. Li Yanzhou, don't make a mistake tomorrow. The path the Marquis gave you isn't open for just anyone. Young Master Zhao, you'd better consider. If someone asks tomorrow about the preset topic, how will you kneel? Interesting. Lin Yanzhou's blindness is your doing. But tomorrow he must first trust why. Young Master Lin got the topic last night. Surely you won't claim you don't know what to write today. Young Master Zhao is quite adept at getting the topic early. Lin Yanzhou, if you compose according to the topic, the Marquis residence will guarantee your safe entry into the capital, and your future will be secure. But if you miss a word, the Shen family convoy's route stamp and roster, the business route may not be worry-free anymore. Those who are clean and poor have wens untested by willows, with granaries recording abundance, and lanterns lighting up the safety of 10,000 households. Wait, his pen hasn't been put away yet. Spring worries are unhurried. Old and young are undisturbed. Warehouse accounts are clear. Kitchen stoves have smoke. This is what's called kingping, not monopolized by nobles, not hoarded by clans. Yet kingping is not my life. If old ledgers are full of dust, not allowed for inspection by lantern light. If blood stains cover snow, then spring wines call it peace. That is not kingping. Rather with silk curtains and literary attendants. Li Yanzhou.
Take his dog.
Without the dog, let's see what he'll do. Those who are at peace, their wens don't disturb the flow. With returning farmers and herons, there is the abundance of trees in good years. You dare use the Grand Tutor's residence to pressure me. I don't dare. The Grand Tutor's position. There's no one to speak for me. They're just scholars who hear a good phrase and want to copy it. The Marquis can destroy a piece of paper, but can't destroy words already heard. What an excellent kingping ode. It can be passed into ledgers and even become financial records. Marquis, the person has arrived. He didn't leave. The exit is just via West Waterway. Who said he's out of the game? The Shen convoy has circled 3 times. Outsider silver goods not entered for inspection. Both witness and evidence are present. Suspicion of the Shen family colluding with the enemy can now be quelled. Lin Jianzhou is blind. You can spare the Shen family's lives. Or you can refuse, facing death and still laughing. Chief Qian, does that ledger in your hand bear the Marquis' private seal? Chief Qian, what you copied last night in the West Court is right here. This is the original I switched out during my nighttime visit to Zhao's residence. On the crease of the cover, there's the Marquis' private seal. The seal ink seeped into the fingerprints. Autumn of the 12th year of Yongyi. 3,000 pounds of iron equipment entered the Marquis' West Court private vault. Not registered in the Ministry of War, next spring the same batch of iron left the border. 1 horse per 100 steeds. Silver goods not entered for inspection. Reporting to the Marquis. The Shen business route has not passed through West Waterway in 3 years. The route Chief Qian recited is the old military supply path for the Marquis residence. The false ledgers, the Marquis residence fabricating evidence of the Shen family colluding with the enemy. The Grand Tutor has issued an order for the border smuggling case. The investigation has reached the accounts of the Marquis's military supplies. The account book held by Lin Yanzhou. It matches. This case has been sent to the Ministry of Justice. Tonight's discussion ends here. Brother Li, I'm not the mastermind. It's all the Marquis, all of it. It's fake, all of it is fake. Commander, do you want to send someone to follow him? No rush. He can't escape. The bigger the real name, the more useful it will be in the future. I've found something to stop the vomiting. It's enough for you to drink for half a month. The thatched eaves hang low, the creek flows by. Was the tea you brewed last time just tree leaves? That was pre-Kingming Dragon Well tea. Tree leaves are still just tree leaves. Sis, you rest. I'll take care of it. It's been 2 months. You're 2 people now. You're not allowed to carry that big pot anymore. Wait until the child can talk. What should we call this? Call it home. What's wrong? Nothing, young Master Lin. The Grand Tutor asked me to go ahead. He said in case the letter doesn't arrive, someone still needs to deliver the message. You came from the north. You walked for 47 days. Everything the Grand Tutor wanted to say is in the letter. Is there anything else? I met someone on the road. He knew I was coming to see you. He asked me to pass on a message. What message?
He said poetry crowns the world.
Not by you alone.